Today we're going to be looking at another yarn haul from Jan Carruthers. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel Kazzalistic, and hi to my new subscribers, thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be looking at the rest of the yarn haul from Jan Carruthers. I've had this for a while, it's just been practicalities and I've had other things to show, so I've been trying to break things up. So this is the rest of what she sent me. Apparently I have another parcel on the way, so I thought I'd better get this one out of the way. And I've got other yarn hauls. I know we've still got the one from that Joe very kindly sent me to come as well. So I thought I'd get this one done and dusted, so I can sort my shelves out a bit more. So yeah, so I'm just going to crack on. So first yarn that Jan very kindly sent me is called Wendy Party. It is let me see, 75% polyester, 25% polyamide, and it is a 50-gram ball. It doesn't have yardage on it, but it is shade 552. So this is the yarn. I apologise for the squawking in the background. That is my male cockatiel, and he's been a bit gobby today, so apologise for squawking background. Can't done a mute button for him, unfortunately. So anyway, so this is the yarn. It's really pretty. So it's basically different yellows. It's got blues, lilacs, and sort of turquoisey colours in it as well. It's really pretty. It's kind of a feathery type yarn. And yeah, so shade 552, which is right there. So that's really pretty. It feels quite soft, and she sent me actually 10 balls of this. I've got a big pack. Right, you're going to have to excuse my head going off screen. It's just so that I know what I've done and what I haven't, because I've got quite a lot here. So the next yarn is basically the same, but just in a different colour. So it's Wendy Party again. Again, it's 75% polyester, 25% polyamide. Shade is 553, and again it's a 50-gram ball, and it doesn't have yardage on it. So again, it's the same type of yarn. It's exactly the same, it's just different colours. So this one's basically pink with pale greens, yellows, and blues in it. There we go. It's quite pretty, isn't it? And again, she sent me 10 balls of that, so I'm definitely going to be able to get a reasonable size project out of that. Next yarn is, I have to say, one of my favourites. You remember from the last video that Jan actually sent me some James C. Brett Baby Marble double knit, and I mentioned that there were two, mentioned that there were two other balls. Well, these are the balls that she sent me. So these have 268 metres, which is 293 yards. Obviously they're 100% acrylic, 100-gram balls, and the shade for this is BM7. So James C. Brett Baby Marble DK, and it's BM7 when it decides to focus. There we go. And it's basically sort of all sort of pale blues and sort of turquoisey and lemons. I think they're all coming out fairly well on the camera. I didn't put my craft light on this. We used to have the scaffolding up, but I haven't put the craft light on because I noticed it washed a lot of the colours out on the last video. So if it's a bit dark, I'm sorry, but it's just kind of, I can't really do an awful lot about it in a minute. Okay, so the next yarn is called Melody, super soft knitting yarn. It's a baby yarn, 100% polyester. It's a 150-gram ball. And the colour I cannot find. Where's the colour? Doesn't actually say what the colour is on there. That's strange, but there we go. So it's Melody, and it's sort of a what I call blanket yarn, a bit like sort of the Bernay type stuff. It doesn't actually have a colour code on it, which is very weird. unless that's it, I'm not sure. That might be the code there, possibly. I'm not 100% sure if that is. Anyway, it's sort of a turquoisey blue and white striped one, so that's really, really pretty. Okay, then I have one ball of this. This is Woolcraft Baby Care Prints DK. So there's the label. You see, I've got some light coming through the window. The only trouble with these glossy labels. This one is shade 640. It's a 100-gram ball, which is 300 meters, and it's 100% acrylic. There's the shade number there. And that's the. And this one is sort of very, very pale pink with flecks of lilac, pink, and yellow. See if I can get them on the camera. I think that's picking it up. So it's really pretty. So I've got one ball of that. I do like that yarn, that Woolcraft yarn. I'm quite a big fan of that. Okay, the next one. Apologise if there is a little bit of rustling with this video. I've got some of them in bags together so that I don't get muddled. So the next one, I've actually got 4 balls of this. And again, it's Woolcraft Baby Care Prints DK. Shade is 633. Again, it's 100 grams, 300 meter ball, and 100% acrylic. So, and this one is basically white with blue and turquoise flecks in it, which I think is really, really pretty. Isn't that pretty? I really like that one. And these yarns are really, really soft as well. So, if you're looking for a baby project, I do recommend them for that because they are really lovely and soft. Okay, the next ones come in this little pack. And I actually have 4 balls of this yarn. And this is called Peytons Promise Double Knitting. I mean, the label looks quite old. I've no idea how old that is. I'm guessing that Jan's had it for a while, bless her. The shade is 503. They're 40-gram balls, 67% acrylic, 33% nylon, and it doesn't have yardage on it, I'm afraid. So that's the yarn, and it's basically just a white double knit yarn. It's quite a fine double knit. And there's the shade number right there. So as you can see, it's just a bog standard white yarn. It is lovely and soft, I will say. So I've got 4 balls of that, so basically 200 grams. So I will probably end up making an angel blanket with those. The next one, sorry about the rustling, I hate doing rustling on camera, but needs must. Again, I've got 4 balls. This is called Wendy Bambino. It's a 4-ply knitting for babies. It is 85% acrylic, 15% tencel, 100-gram ball. Shade is 1470. I don't think it says how. Hasn't got yardage on that one. So this one is a very pale pink, and it's got flecks of pink and sort of peach in it. I think the camera's picking it up. It's really, really pretty. So sort of very girly sort of colours. So there's the label. And there's the shade colour there. There you go, you can see it a bit better now, it's focused. It's all the pretty, see all the peaches in it as well? Isn't that pretty? Again, it's a really nice soft yarn. Okay, 2 more to go. So I've got this in a grocery shopping bag, so they're all together. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a little bit. No, 7 and a little bit with that one. And I don't actually know what this yarn is. It just says QK on the label. It's 50% acrylic, 50% nylon. They're 20-gram balls. It doesn't have a shade colour per se, but it has got a lot number, so it's got that on there. Yeah, and that's all it's got on the ball. It's quite soft. and a little bit of Gigi hair there. Oh, I've got to touch Gigi, isn't that nice? Yeah, so I've got some basically it's another white yarn. So again, this will probably become an angel blanket, I would suspect. 2 more to go. So this one I actually have 5 balls. So this yarn is Clover Baby Acrylic / Nylon. It's a 3-ply knitting yarn. It's 60% acrylic, 40% nylon, 20 gram balls, I can't remember if I say that, and it just says die number is 3015, so I'm guessing that's the actual colour. So it's sort of a turquoisey pale blue colour. Trying to get the camera to focus, it doesn't like the label very much. And there's the die number right here. There's the number there. That's a bit more focused, isn't it? So I've never seen this before, so we never know with Jan's stash how old things are, because I know she's had some of the yarns quite a few years. So so I've got 5 balls of that. And then last but not least, actually you will have seen this on my channel before if you've been with me for a while. I have 2 balls of this, which is Sardar Snuggly. I always struggle to say that. Sardar Snuggly. Tiny Tots, Baby Fashion DK. The 50 gram balls. Exactly. Says 150 yards, 137 metres. Sorry, just trying to find the... Well, the shade number is 0930. And oh, it's right, it's in tiny writing so I can see it. And it's 90% acrylic and 10% polyester. And you may remember, and if I remember this right, Kim, correct me if I'm wrong, I had a couple of balls of this in the same shade sent to me by Kim, which was who is Blue Cherub 82 on here on YouTube. And she sent me 2 balls of this previously, so now I've got 4 balls. I don't know if they're the same dye lots, I haven't looked, but obviously it gives me a little bit more scope even if I'm striping something. So yeah, so these are nice and soft as well. So Sardar Snuggly, Tiny Tots, and the shade numbers there. There we go, and it's basically just a pale pink, and it's kind of got these little flecky bits in the yarn itself. So here you can see those little bits, they're actually meant to be there. That's just how the yarn is. So it's quite an interesting yarn. I've never worked with this yet, even though Kim sent me some. I haven't got round to deciding what to do with that. So I've actually now got 4 balls, so thank you, Jan. So that's added to the collection. So that's it. I think I've shown all the yarn that Jan sent me. The only trouble when you're trying to store stuff but not try and muddle it up with other people's, I actually do start. I have had to start, and because I've had so many generous, you guys have been so generous and helping my channel and helping me do stuff for charity, that I've actually had to start writing people's names on the labels. So you'll see there I've got Jan written there, and that's what I've done on everybody's now. I think I've done them all so I know what yarn came from where, so I can acknowledge people as I make stuff. So rest assured, if you sent me stuff, it is now labelled. Yeah, so that's it for the yarn haul. Life update, there really isn't much. They still haven't finished the roof work, I don't think. They were here for about an hour yesterday, and that was it. So we've still got scaffolding up, so it is still quite dark in here, hence we've got the shadows because it's blocking our window. Yeah. Now, so to be honest, there's not really much else to tell you since it's been pretty quiet here, which is a good thing. Right, as far as my schedule next week is concerned, I have a member of my family visiting next week. Normally I record a video on a Tuesday, and I will try and do one on Tuesday if I'm able to, but I'm not going to guarantee. So my schedule may be a bit out of kilter next week. I'm just going to have to see how the week pans out. Obviously I want to spend time with my family, and for me that takes priority over everything, and I'm sure you all understand the reasons why. But I'll talk more about that visit in my next video. But it's just to be aware that my schedule may still remain normal, it may not. I just don't know how the week is going to pan out. So it's just kind of give you a bit of a heads up that I won't have disappeared. It's just going to be a bit of a mishmash week next week. It's not going to be my normal routine. So I'm probably going to show you what I did with the leftover cotton yarn from that I had from leftover from when I made the lamb. So that'll be probably the next one. I've still got to block that project. I've still got to finish the unicorn. I'm having a real mental block with this. It's only tiny. I'm still having a mental block with this unicorn. I don't normally struggle to finish projects, but that one I think it's because I don't like it. I'm not very impressed with the pattern. It came as a kit, so I just wanted to make it up so that it could be a toy for a child for Woolly Hugs, but I'm not overly keen on how it's coming out. So I've still got to push myself to do that one. I've almost finished another baby blanket, so that's coming up. I've just got to tie in the ends and block it. I hate blocking. Tying in ends and blocking are my nemesis. So I quite happily just finish the project, move on to the next, which is actually what I've done. I have actually started working on another project. So I've got lots of ideas going at the moment, which is good in some ways but not in others, because I get messy when I do that. So I'm driving my friend currently around the bend because I'm a bit of a messy girl at the moment. You know how it is with crafting. I know Jan understands, if no one else does. I also want to give a channel shout out to one of my subscribers. Her name, her channel is called Katrina's Creations. That's both with K for the Katrina and for the Creations as well. I will link her channel down in the subscription. Link her channel down in the description box, not the subscription box, the description box. Dear. Yeah, she's a new channel. When I checked this morning, she only had 12 subscribers. She's done quite a few videos. If you love dogs, you're going to love her channel. She has one of her dogs is definitely wanting to be a YouTube star. It's hilarious, and I really recommend watching her. She is a crocheter and a knitter. I think she primarily crochets from what I've seen, but she does knit as well. She does everything from amigurumis to clothing. So if you're you know, interested in that sort of thing, pop across and see her. She is based in the UK, not too far from me. She is my nearest, as far as the crow flies, my nearest YouTube friend. So we live in the same area of I'm in East Anglia, which is the bit that looks like a bum on the UK, and she's basically sort of just on the outskirts of that. So she's probably, yeah, I think the nearest person. So but she's very bubbly and quite interesting to listen to. So do go across and give her a sub and tell her that I sent you. I know that some of you like finding new channels, so I thought I would include that. She's also helped test my cushion pattern. That is still to come. I'm still waiting on a few testers. I think I've got 4 people I'm waiting on. So once they've come back to me and said that they've done it and whether they've had issues or not, then I can release the pattern. So that is still to come, but I don't know if that's going to be next week or not. So it's kind of wait and see. I'm kind of just waiting on other people at the minute. So the people that have finished have been very excited about it. So there's good feedback, so I'm quite chuffed. So I'm hoping that you'll all like it when it does get released. So that's it. Yeah, nothing else to tell you. So until next time, remember to stay well, happy crafting, and until next time, remember to stay true to yourself. Bye.